Hi guys, my name is Dina, and today I wanted to talk to you about the products that worked for me and the products that didn't work for me when I was going through topical steroid withdrawal. Topical steroid withdrawal is something that happens to your skin when you use too much of a steroid cream or a steroid inhaler or any type of steroid medication. Now, this can happen because of an overreactive immune system, and when you use these medications, it might throw off the balance of your skin and cause issues with repairing. So your skin might be really red, it might be itchy, flaky, dry, ashy, everything. It can really have any type of effect on you. And what I did when I first started figuring out what I had was I stopped using all the creams and all the lotions and everything. The reason I did this was because what I understood from reading all these science articles online is that the more that you throw products at your skin, the more your skin tries to repair using those products. But the issue is when you don't know if you're having allergic reactions or if you have an underlying intolerance to a certain ingredient inside a product that you're putting on your skin day and night, then you're constantly flooding your skin with that same reaction, that same allergic reaction that is making your issue, your topical steroid withdrawal, to go even further down into the pit of inflammation. This is something that goes against everything that we're told nowadays in society about skincare. Women especially are told to always put lotion on their skin. Topical steroid withdrawal, it's red inflammation all on your skin all around. For me, it was centered to my face. My face was red, my skin around my mouth was red, itchy, dry, flaky, everything. And it was continuous. The whole night, I could not sleep because I was gnawing at my skin like this. What I did was I tried to research what other options I could take, what other scientific researching has been done for different types of conditions of the skin. And I found a lot of things. I found many different things. And I'll show you right now the products I used to try to combat these skin conditions when all I should have been doing is doing nothing. Less is more when you have skin issues. To start, I thought that I had a mite infestation on my skin. This is something that exists on everyone's skin. Everybody's skin has these small little mites that crawl and burrow into the oil follicles of your skin. And these mites are called demodex. It's a type of mite. Animals get them too. What I did was I bought this tea tree face wash off of Amazon, and I washed my skin with it day and night, maybe even during lunch one time. So I didn't really have a routine because all I wanted was to make sure these mites didn't have enough time to grow back. And I wanted them all to die on my skin, because what they do is they reproduce. They lay their eggs, they reproduce, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing. Now, thing is, I didn't have a mite infestation. I just had plain old salicylate intolerance along with allergies and topical steroid withdrawal. So I didn't really get anything out of that. One other thing I used that went along those lines is tea tree oil. This is an essential oil, 100% pure, and I had to dilute it with another carrier oil. Like I did olive oil, which I thought was going to be good because it came straight from Greece. I used coconut oil, I used squalane oil, and all of this stuff, all it did was make me think I was doing something to kill these mites, because tea tree oil, they say, is one thing that can help cure rosacea. And all I had was redness. So I figured, oh, okay, I might have rosacea. And one of the causes for rosacea is mites. And so I figured, okay, two birds, one stone. Let's just use essential oil tea tree and try and kill these mites and fix my rosacea. I tried to use colloidal silver. This is a spray. And I actually used half the bottle because I was spraying it like crazy. Everyone online was saying this is the best thing for you. You can even ingest it and it's gonna heal your body. It's gonna make you a new person. The different themes that I've found that go alongside all these different healing methods, these healing techniques, is that every single product If it helps one person, it's a holy grail. But the thing is, none of these products are going to heal you entirely. They're not going to help solve your skin issue. The issue here, most likely, if I may say so myself, is internal, which you need to fix through lots of testing and lifestyle changes, diet changes. Another thing that I did, because I thought that maybe the sun was giving me issues, was use a facial moisturizing cream. And it did nothing but make my skin so dry that I was itching at it more than I was before. I honestly don't use any sunscreen now. I think the sun's great, and I'm not out there all day, so I know that I can always pace myself with this. I also tried azelaic acid. This thing is marketed to people who have normal skin, no issues, nothing like us who have all these weird things that are going on with our skin. And it is something that they say can help get rid of acne scars, or it can smooth your pigmentation out. It'll give you a nice, clear palette of skin. Now for me, they said this can also help with rosacea. So I used it in cahoots with all my tea tree oil stuff. It did not do anything, it just made my skin feel like rice paper, but I, at the time, was thinking maybe it's killing the mites, because if my skin feels like rice paper, that means it has no oil for the mites to eat. And since they don't have anything to eat, they're gonna die. So of course I thought I was doing something right. But the thing is, you just really need to let your skin breathe and let it not suffocate under all these crazy things that we put on it every day, because we're told that we need something on our skin. Our skin has so much capability to heal and restore itself if we give it the chance. Now I also use something crazy. It is something that people swear by, not only for skin issues, but for a lot of things. It's called Ivermectin. And I'm gonna show you, this is how I kept it. I had a big syringe, I bought it from this horse store, and it looks like this. It's like this little jelly. This is all I have left. And I put that on my skin as well, because another thing that I was trying to understand if I had was if I had fungal overgrowth. And that's something I found that can happen on your skin as well. Sometimes it can go along with a yeast overgrowth, which I thought I had as well. And I used Zinc pyrithione soap. It's just a bar of soap. And I kept the label so I know what it is and I don't touch it again. This is something that people may use for seborrheic dermatitis, which kind of goes along with a yeast overgrowth on your skin. The yeast is called Malassezia. It causes itchiness, it causes dandruff and flakiness. It is something that may go alongside autoimmune conditions, or you might have underlying GI issues. So of course I figured, okay, if it's an internal thing, maybe this is the way it's showing up in my body. But it wasn't. So all this did, all the Zinc pyrithione soap did, was make my skin feel so dry that I honestly couldn't even talk. I could not smile. I also tried to use Avene Cicalfate. This is for the lips, and then this is for the skin. These ingredients are actually not bad if you have normal skin, if you have no issues. But for me, all it did was it left a white cast, because I had to really lather it on. I had to put so much on so that I felt like I had some moisture in my skin. That was just not okay for when I went outside. I still have them, but if you have regular skin, if you have normal skin, it's not bad. It has zinc in it, so that's pretty good. I also tried using pimple paste to put on my skin because it had all these really strong ingredients. It's funny, it's a combination of other things that I have. So azelaic acid, or tea tree, or thyme. These are all things that did not help my skin. And the funny thing is, they were actually, I think, the perpetrators of this issue. I found out that I have a salicylate intolerance. Salicylates are these plant toxins, these organic compounds that are made naturally in the plants. Some plants might have more than others. For example, tea tree is very high. So is coconut oil or olive oil, all those types of things. They might have a higher amount of salicylates, and they're just something that can cause issues in their immune system, in their GI tract. It just kind of aggravates the gut. If you have oxalate intolerances or salicylate intolerances. It's a sensitivity, and it's just something that happens when you have an overreactive environment in your gut. We have to fix those internal imbalances before we work on the external. So instead of throwing all these creams that I have thrown on my carpet right here, on my skin, and lathering and, you know, putting water and all this stuff, what I decided to do, the things that worked for me, the reason why you are here watching me, is the products that I figured out worked for me were nothing, haha, nothing crazy. And that meant using, for about a year, I put nothing on my skin. I didn't even wash my skin. I did not put any soap. I've also changed my soap to a tallow bar that just has beef tallow rendered, and then that ingredient, I think it's sodium hydroxide, that saponifies into your skin and makes the bubbles. That's only what I use on my hands, but on my skin I use nothing else. Now recently I've started to experiment with low salicylate, whether it's products or makeup, but not a lot of stuff exists. So the things that worked for me, the things that I'm now incorporating back into my life to give myself a little bit more of a normal person life, is shea butter, 100% in this big tub, and it's just that. It's just the shea butter, and that's it. I use that on my lips. I use it on my hands and my elbows and all that. Not often, but whenever I feel dry. I do believe that it doesn't happen as often. It kind of happens with the weather. Our skin has oil, and I believe I still produce it, so I'm pretty good. Then I also started using emu oil, which comes from the emu, the animal. And the thing with that is it does not smell that good, but it does help me get some moisture, and I put it on my lips, and it's like lip gloss. It looks like Vaseline, but it feels like you're putting coconut oil on your lips. It's low salicylate. I don't think it even has any salicylates. A lot of animal products, most animal products, don't have salicylates. So you can kind of guess what diet I'm doing. Those are the things that worked for me. Of course, I've also just removed air fresheners. I've removed many things that I would put on my skin. I've been trying out low salicylate makeup, but there's not a lot out there. But I'm just testing it out now that I feel like I can. So when you get to that part in your life where you can start to test things out, I would say that's a great idea. But for now, just stay away from all these holy grails, all these miracle cure products that have many, many, many ingredients. Because to heal your skin, it seems that your skin needs to breathe, and it needs to release all those toxins that have been building up. Just a little tip, if you're a lady or anyone who would like to have nails, just put these acrylic nails on, and they kind of help with itching, because I used to dig my natural nails into my skin, dig them in and try to rip my skin out because of how itchy it was. But now I don't really have that capability. I can still itch a little bit, but I can't dig in. It really has helped heal my skin barrier. I hope your healing journey is gonna go better after this. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye now.